You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't KIEQ on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't KIEQ on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't KIEQ on the mic.
You won't believe what Rich Eisen had to say about the Chicago Bears. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of KIEQ on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, also do me a huge favor by also liking today's episode of KIEQ on the Mic. So Bears fans, we all know at this point that this team has some serious expectations going into this new season. And rightfully so. When you look at the Chicago Bears currently, you have a projected top 10 defense. You have three good receivers in DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze. You have good tight ends and running backs headlined by DeAndre Swift and Cole Kmet. You have a solid coaching staff headlined by, obviously, Matt Eberflus and offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. And you have a great culture with a bunch of guys that want to win and actually want to be in Chicago. And most importantly, Bears fans, you have a quarterback in Caleb Williams that you feel that can take you over the top even in his rookie year. So you can't blame Bears fans or people around the National Football League for having such high expectations for this Chicago Bears football team. And I'll say this first and foremost on the podcast right now. Of course, this team still has to prove it on the field and learn how to win together on the football field. But on paper, this Chicago Bears football team is seriously scary. Bears fans, Rich Eisen is the latest analyst to give a very bold prediction on the Chicago Bears and his expectations for the Chicago Bears this season. While on his own podcast, he was going over the best case scenarios for each team. And when he got to the Chicago Bears, Rich Eisen absolutely dropped a very bold scenario for the Chicago Bears. Check this out, Bears fans.
The Chicago Bears best case scenario.
Oh, baby.
Offensive rookie of the year goes without saying, right?
Rome Odunze,
Caleb.
yes.
No. He'll help Caleb get it.
He will help.
But I'll say this. I kept sitting here thinking, best case scenario would be for Caleb to be like C.J. Stroud, who was a unicorn, right? And took this team in Houston and remade it in his own image, along with a head coach who's a defensive-minded guy like Eberflus, and went ahead and won his division and made the playoffs and made the divisional playoff rounds. I'm thinking more like, Roethlisberger. I'm thinking more of like Marino when they first started. I'm saying the best case scenario for the Bears is this kid takes him to the Super Bowl.
Oh, this year?
Yeah. I'm saying that's the best case scenario. Like the glass couldn't be more half full if this happens. That they defensively they can do it.
Yeah.
Defensively they've got some real young studs who can really make your life difficult. Don't forget the kid from Iowa who can punt his head off and give yourself a great shot to 3 and out Caleb Williams onto his own damn 40-yard line half the time. So listen, I'll just go making the Super Bowl. That this team puts it together and the Bears fans get their dream scenario, and that's his first time going around. And I'll leave it at that.
Wow. So Rich Eisen truly believes that the best case scenario for the Chicago Bears is not just making the playoffs this season, but reaching the Super Bowl, even in Caleb Williams' first season with the Chicago Bears. The funny thing about this is that this isn't the first analyst that I've heard actually make this statement. I've heard it from multiple analysts. I've heard it also from multiple Bears fans that are really confident that even in Caleb Williams' rookie year, that he will be able to lead the Chicago Bears to the Super Bowl. And a lot of people are overall just really high on the Chicago Bears and what Ryan Poles has built in Chicago. And the simple reason why people are so high on the Chicago Bears is just what Rich Eisen explained in that little video that I showed you on today's episode of KIEQ on the Mic. First and foremost, they already have a really good defense with a handful of guys that can give you nightmares on Sunday. For example, you have Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Johnson, Montez Sweat, TJ Edwards, and that is not even listing some other key guys on that Chicago Bears defense. Also, in that little video that I showed you, Rich Eisen also believes that Williams can be like Ben Roethlisberger or Dan Marino in their rookie seasons. He thinks the best case scenario is for Williams to be better than what CJ Stroud was in his rookie season with the Houston Texans, which is absolutely crazy because CJ Stroud had, to me, an historic rookie season in terms of numbers for the Houston Texans. And Bears fans, first and foremost, I don't fully disagree with Rich Eisen's point. This team has all to pieces to really be a really good football team as soon as this season. If they can just put it all together, and Caleb Williams is actually that guy, the guy that we actually expect him to be when we drafted him with the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. This team can actually be really, really good. And when you look at the NFC, I do feel like it is wide open. Of course, you have the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys. And when you look in the NFC North, you have the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. But when I really look at it, if this team can put it all together, I think they match up with all those teams very well. Of course, Bears fans, once again, I'll say this until I am blue in the face. The Bears do have to prove it and learn how to play and win together on the football field. But I also truly believe that once they do that, they learn how to play together and win together. Watch out for the Chicago Bears. So overall, Bears fans, I wanted to come on here really quick and share with you guys what Rich Eisen had to say about the Chicago Bears and his best case scenario for the Chicago Bears this season. So before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys actually agree with Rich Eisen and what he had to say about the Chicago Bears? Do you believe that the best case scenario for the Bears is the Super Bowl, or do you have lower expectations for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears this season? Let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of KIEQ on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, we'll be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on KIEQ on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to KIEQ on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.